Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Medium by Design. So, here's another installment of a message from Dolores Cannon. As you know, I absolutely love her. Our lives have a very interesting parallel in that we receive messages from many multidimensional beings, and it's just amazing to watch my own life unfold with all this information. So here is the next one from Dolores. Now you will see the connecting of the dots, and it will pick up speed. I can tell some days you feel like it is all too much, and you have heard me say, just get on with your life when it feels that way. You can only learn and assimilate so much, and this material really does shatter one's preconceived reality. It is okay to have to take it in small steps. Look at the way my life unfolded. It was so clear in my later years that all was working at exactly the right speed. Remember, right from the beginning, I did not like the way regressions were done and felt something was lacking. People were afraid to go deep, and I intuitively knew the only way to truly evolve was to go as deep as possible. I am glad I did, because now this information is going to be needed to understand much of what humanity and the planet is going through and will be going through at a much faster pace. For us, you and me, it will be a great journey as I give you what I know and help you go beyond what you already know and even integrate with more confidence. This you do want to get under your belt, so when you are at the larger groups and conferences, you speak with clear authority. This is just as important as the information, not with arrogance, but with sure-footedness that what you have discovered you are absolutely sure of, as well as being open to more. This is such a weird place to be as you speak clearly and surely, and then the next round of information comes, you might doubt that it all goes together. Let me assure you that it does, and I just took it as it came and then plugged it into a book or talk as it seemed the right time or as it was needed. It really is as simple as that. You don't have to overthink any of this stuff. As many would say, it just is. So then I asked her, I've been thinking of contacting your daughter and letting her know that I have been in communication with you. Any thoughts? And she said, oh yes, I think that is a wonderful idea. I have remained close to her and tried to support her to keep everything going. As you can imagine, she inherited a lot on her plate. She too is a trooper, but I believe she would welcome another soul on the inside track. So I just want to add to this message that many of you are on the internet and you're gathering a lot of information. Some of you, your spiritual practice has gotten deeper through this transition of humanity during this time, and you're probably, many of you may be opening up to receiving information on new levels. So of course, I would recommend having your pad or journal available at all times, so what you're receiving, you can re-look at and reanalyze, just like I do. I keep rereading these messages and keep studying them, because even though I receive them, they're not automatically integrated into my nervous system. Just so you guys know that. I am evolving as I'm receiving, just as you are. So it's very important to keep asking the questions that lead you to your highest good and the highest information for you, and have that really high intention so that you're receiving the highest and the best, and then that will help you, by doing so and staying committed to your spiritual practice, you get to evolve too. And you get to see the truth and feel the truth and know the truth for you, so your life keeps moving in the highest and best direction for you. And remember, I had a big personal issue with this, that if I focused on just me, that was being too selfish, because I had many lifetimes of sacrifice, many lifetimes of giving my power away and actually being maimed and murdered for the person that I chose to be. So because of those incredible deep soul memories, it's taken me a long time to clear a lot of that pain and guilt and shame and suffering. So many, many people on the planet are breaking out of those old past life patterns, and by doing so, you're really learning to love yourself. That's really what this whole process is about. And this current transition is, in a broader sense of loving the self, it's also knowing and seeing the truth. And then that truth comes to you through your intuition and your guidance, your own guidance system and your nervous system evaluating the information that you're receiving and either taking it on and integrating it or rejecting it and throwing it away. And that's a big part of this transition that I don't think, or I haven't seen a lot of people teaching. Discernment is a huge, huge practice now. And here's what we do. I'm going to start putting exercises in with some of these messages because we need to be practicing more as we gain our power back. We need to be practicing more of what our soul's innate power is. So, because we have the internet during this timeline and we get exposed to all kinds of information, the best, simplest way is when you're sitting watching something. And do this with me too. And if you get a no, by all means, leave the channel. It's okay. I have no hard feelings. There's no attachment here. However, when you're sitting and you're listening to someone, whatever outlet you're using, the internet, television, cable, Hulu, Netflix, Roku, Amazon Prime, and of course the tons of other ways to receive information now. When you're sitting there and something's broadcast to you, just ask, is this for my highest good? Is this enhancing my soul's journey? Whatever your sense, your feeling, or your answer is, that is it. And then you honor that. So if you're listening to something and it starts to feel off or it starts to feel wrong for you, simply change the channel. That's taking your power back. Everything we do now, especially in this transition, we want to make sure we're being nurtured and fed and cared for. So anything you watch, if it's giving you insight, if it's helping you connect the dots, if it's helping you learn something new that you did not know, if it's bringing more truth to your reality, by all means, integrate it, accept it, and use it. That's it. If it doesn't do any of those things, then most likely you don't need it and you're wasting your precious time. And don't get me wrong, I love distractions, and I do things every day that are distractions, but even those distractions help keep me neutral to what we're witnessing in the world at this time. So there's nothing wrong with that. Because if those distractions stimulate my creative juices and my desire for a better future and things that I want to create in my own life, then that is a good thing. That's nurturing my soul. So what it's helped me do is help release the judgment I have of being non-productive. Okay? I have some Virgo in me, and that Virgo wants to be producing at all times. Well, sometimes I produce nothing. I just sit in my own energy and I just enjoy my own self by myself. And you know what? That's okay too. So let's drop any of that. Let's drop any of that judgment about ourselves and what we're doing, and then let the inspiration come and do the best that we can at this time to inspired action, to actually follow through on inspired action, just like I'm doing with my writing. So with that, I just want to thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, the channel, and my work. And as a reminder, there is a PayPal donation button above in the banner on my page. And then on this page, on the video pages, there is a link, see more under the video, and then there's a link to PayPal also there. So if you feel moved and you feel this has a value for you, I appreciate anything you're willing to give. And that supports me to move on, to keep going. And it reminds me that this work has a value, which I hope it does. So with that, God bless everyone, and just continue to be the light that you are, and we will triumph. Thanks again.